It is 9 a.m. in Bern, Switzerland. You hear the chanting and screaming of protesters who grew tired of sexism in the country. It is 4 p.m. in London, and there is a sign saying "End gender pay gap." And in the land of rights, or so they claim, people in many cities are on strike to protest workplace harassment. Among the chatter and noise happening across some world capitals, where does Riyadh, a capital of Saudi Arabia, stand when it comes to gender pay gap, maternity leave, and workplace harassment?
It was the first country that I saw it, everyone like smiling, welcome to our country.
Working in Saudi Arabia as a female, I think it's one of the most empowering places currently in the world.
Yes, I think now it's the right time to be a woman in Saudi Arabia.
I think maybe other cultures don't value women as much as maybe this culture does.
The World Bank has ranked Saudi Arabia as the best reformer in the world for promoting women's economic participation.
For the ladies, I just feel that in terms of the landscape globally, I think women now here in Saudi are starting to be treated and seen as very equal in terms of the workplace.
Saudi Arabia might be new in the field of women empowerment. However, it is advancing to ranks, as reported by the World Economic Forum.
I have numerous examples where I've been treated so much better than anywhere else in the world, and I was just doing my job, or I just was being a girl in Saudi Arabia.
There are laws around the world where discrimination between wage gaps is not accepted, right? But that law is painted with so many beautiful colors, and sometimes it's very hard to prove that discrimination occurred in a workplace. Right? Whereas in Saudi, I would say that the law is clear, you know where you need to head if discrimination occurred, and then action is taken straight away.
The fact that there's not a wage gap here between genders like there are in other countries is very nice. I'm very, very happy working here on the whole.
While in the United States, the gender wage gap is widening in Saudi Arabia. Equality in salaries has prompted many qualified women to migrate to this country.
Well, compared to America, I had my kids, I wish I had my kids here. I had my kids in the US and I only had 2 weeks pay leave. And here it's like, what, 3 months almost? Yeah. So for sure, I mean, I wish I had my kids here that I did there, because it is paid. And over there, it's 2 weeks paid, and if you take more, it's unpaid.
The United States is considered one of the richest countries in the world. However, it ranks last in the index of working women's rights. Women have to choose between having children or losing their jobs.
She posted, "You try to pump at work every 3 hours, but they're understaffed. Your milk supply is diminishing at 8 weeks postpartum. Will you even have milk available when she gets home?" Adding, "How can anyone handle the guilt when you have to work and can't be with your baby?"
This is the way women's rights in Western labor law. But how is it in the kingdom of humanity?
5 reps one, 5 reps.
Let's talk about Bella, an expat fitness trainer. She is 8 months pregnant. Bella will soon go on maternity leave, which is granted by the kingdom to all working women with full payment of salaries.
3 months, the license for maternity leave. Maternity leave, you get paid like 3 months taking care of your baby, then you can back to work normally.
More than half of women say they've been sexually harassed at work. Thirds of them subjected to harassment, including unwelcome jokes and unwanted touching. The TUC says it's a scandal that so few women felt their bosses were dealing with the issue properly.
So what about a country that has a short history of working women, such as Saudi Arabia?
When it comes to the law, I think Saudi is very strict with the law, yes, for the harassment. Women are protected quite well over here. As a woman myself and as a foreign woman, I do feel absolutely safe when I go out in the street.
I have a daughter who is in high school, and we're talking about college and going back home to study, but she was saying that she didn't feel safe going back home. She feels that women are safer here. And I say, how come? And then she said, well, look, the violence is less. They protect us. So she was saying there's no shootings in the school. So all of these sort of things that she was mentioning, it made me realize that, well, I was surprised myself, like she would think it was safer here.
In conclusion, it is clear that Western labor laws do not protect working women. It is not how long the women have been in the workforce. It is the rights they receive, as in Saudi Arabia. عاصم خالد إخبارية.